What up, Kage? I'll be finishing the MoonVania today. Yes, I will. I really will. No, I will not. 1 second. I need to open my ticker. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Files are everywhere. There we have it. Cool. So last time I decided I wanted to aim when throwing. So that's what we did. So now we have like Yoshi's Island. Is that the name? It is, right? Yoshi's Island throwing, the way you throw eggs. So if I start it and show it. Let's up here. Oh, I can't turn around. Cool, cool, cool. Anyways, when we throw, we can aim it and you can throw it. And then you can do what you want with that. But you aim it up and down. We also slow down time when we do it, which is nice. Then you can use this slowing down to do jumps as well if you want to. But that is advanced. Okay, so that's what we did last time. What I wanted to do as well was torches. So when we have a torch, it should have the state of fire. And if you throw the box through the fire, it should start to burn for a few seconds. And with that, you should be able to throw the box through a torch to light more torches. That was my goal. So that is what I will do this time. 1, 2. And we can remove this line. Let the box on fire for a few seconds. Yes. So what I'm actually doing here, not torches yet. Actually, let's change them back to 1, 2, and 3. The first thing I'm doing is to add states. Add states to the box. And the add box states, add states, status states. I don't know. The box is supposed to be able to have different elements depending on what we're doing. So we can use it for puzzles later, like burning. It could be frozen so it doesn't have any friction. Maybe metal so you can, I don't know, conduct electricity and things like that. So we've changed the path of the goal of the MoonVania a little bit. We're going to aim a bit more for puzzles than for action. Like it used to be like 90% action. Now it's going to be more like maybe 60-70% action. Cool. Did I save it? I did. So I was working on box attribute state controller. I can't remember what I was doing. It's 2 days ago. It's way too long for me. I'm glad I wrote this. Finish state machine controller base. Let's go in and see this right. So in here, the data should be the TU, I think. And we can then potentially switch out our box attack controller state from a mono behavior to our state machine controller base, which would be a of type box attack state and of box data. And I think we can remove all these 3 then. I'm going to change the states from protected, from private to protected, so I can get them from within the box state controller, and call them states. This will require me to change everything in the inspector. Re-add everything in the inspector. Let me just post a couple of things. Having everything set up is nice. Now I just pressed a few buttons and it's sent. Cool. So we initialize with our data, then states. Can I change all data to just data? No. Yeah, data. Cool. And to states. Good evening, Captain Coder. Good evening, or good day to you. Why you get here so late, I don't know. Notifications are weird, but I always start at the same time. It might be the starting soon screen, but it's always the same time. But you're only like, oh, 12 minutes late. But then again, it's 5 past 7. It's not late. But I went through what we are doing this time, and that is add status states to the box, torches, and then we're going to light up the box on fire. Light the box on fire for a few seconds. Points. Disabled points, I think. Yeah, I did, because I have no need for stream elements points. What up, Enomoth? The MoonVania is going. It's currently going. Look at these slimes. What up, I am Legend? How are you doing? How is everyone doing? I forget to ask people that. We are right now... The first thing I'm doing is to make a generic state machine of the type I had before. I've just converted my box attack state controller to a generic one, and I need to add back all the states in Unity. I forgot. Right, we also need to add another thing to the list, that is to find a new sprite importer. I can't work with the existing one. It's terrible. Let's see if they patched it while we were... Nope. It's terrible. Well, it's not terrible, it's just whenever I save here, go back to Unity, now it reloads all my scenes, like a loading scene, a main menu scene, and a gameplay scene. It's going through all of them, and then it reloads a domain for some reason. I do not know why. It is the weirdest stuff ever. But I don't really care about that right now. First we need to make it generic. What up, Chris? How are you doing? Thank you for the claps. Let's go into our state machine. Box entity. I'm going to open up properties here. Slime Jam. I really like this Slime Jam. A good animation. Well done. Okay, we have the states. These will be all the box states that we have. Luckily, I placed them all in one place, so I had all of them here. States. Magic. And attack. Thank you for the clap app. Did it go through? I missed it, but I hope so. Sometimes it just stops working, and I don't know why. But how is everyone doing? With the clapping, I assume you are doing well, Akris? We've added all our states. I should probably make a bundle of states. like with movement. That's quite a lot of them. We also have a few magic ones and a lot of attack ones, a few attack ones. And there's so many states. If the box is going to do 20 more things, then we will have a lot of states here. Player main, let's grab the player. The owner would be box entity. You feel rough with a sore throat? I'm sorry. I hope you'll feel better soon. I've had a headache for like 3 days now, but it's starting to get better. But I hope you are doing aren't doing too bad. That you will feel better soon. You like the generic state machine? You have never seen that? Well, I started making my own. So first I built a... Oh, I can remove that. State machine. 1 second. So the first thing I did was I built a state machine for the box attack. Then I did enemy state machine, I think I called it. Yeah. And they looked so similar. And I decided why, well, they're very similar. All the state machine is doing is instantiating. It's initiating all the states and have a list of data. So this is the generic things we need to do. But I think actually, now when I think of it, let's do this. It was worse in the morning, so you're very hopeful it will be gone very soon. I hope so too. I hope so too. Protected. Let's do a protected void initialize spelling states. I don't think we need no. What I do need is the starting state. So we need a serialized field for the starting state. That would be a serialized field of protected T, because T is an I state. Starting state. And that way we can also move these two out. Let's make them both protected. Call them active state and starting state. Itchy eyes, always. Oh, starting state. Well, that's annoying. But we don't need that. State initialize. We can't initialize it. No. Because we instantiate type T. Can we? T is I state. Can I do this? What up, backslash? Thank you for the clap hat. How are you doing today? My left eye is really itchy. Hello, your computer has not exploded yet. I am happy it hasn't. What would you do if your computer exploded? Like, what what would be your first thing to do if it exploded? So the state is actually not a... T is the data, T is the state, where T is I state. Probably cry. This is the first PC I've ever... Oh, Alright, you're building your own PC. That is cool. And you have started it. Are you on the new PC? That exciting. Very exciting. You are now. Cool, cool. Well done. Oh, instead of doing I state here, where T is I state, we need to do base state of type T, I think. Because then we can instantiate it. Or would it be of TU? Because TU is the data, yes. New monitor too, and you're not used to high resolution, so now text is smaller. And since it seemed to work, you need to think about moving your secondary hard drive from your old computer for general file storage. Yeah, that is a smart thing to do. I do have a few drives, as you can see. You buy one and then it kind of stays with you and you just keep moving them over, buying new ones when they get full, or better ones. Yeah. So now we can do all of this. The only thing is, do I need the starting state for anything actually? Only for this. But that would be the same as its type of. No. Get type. Can you not? No, it would just be. Wouldn't active state be starting state? Isn't that just, yeah? And then we change the state to the active state. Well, it's going better than expected. I'm going to move this over as well. We have initialized states over, so let's remove that. And this will be a protected void as well. Do I need to make the text bigger? Can you see it on screen? I haven't actually checked if it looks good on stream. But I think it's okay. Looks good to you? Good, good. We don't need that here either. The only thing we need is initialized data. So let's make this, can we make this abstract? Small chat text is smaller, but you have a bigger video window now. I know the feel. So when I got a 4K monitor the first time I only have one. That it kind of was like that. Let me actually check my settings. So, do you have your go in there? Do you have your text size increased? Because if you don't, then it, like if you put it at 100, it's going to be so tiny. It's unreadable. It should just be on your right click and display settings. It should give you a recommended one. But if you increase it, the text will look bigger everywhere. Okay, so in start, we can just move the start as well over here. So with initialized data, I'm going to do this. Let's do a protected abstract void initialize data. Oops. And isn't this really nice? Our state machine base is doing pretty much everything. Let's go over here. You did not know that was an option? Cool, cool. Then you will have it kind of like you had before if you increase the size. Okay, let's fix the enemy state machine as well now. Can remove this. Let's inherit from state machine controller base, and this will be enemy state. And what is the data? Enemy state data. Starting in active can be removed. State machine as well. The SO is the data. Data. Check the starting state as well. Oh no, we don't need that. We don't need to start. We need to override the initialized data protected. So name this to data. And the update is also in the base here. Cool. What up, Matouche? How's it going today? It's going great. I am starting off with creating a generic state machine for my objects. I already had made a state machine like for 2 different types of objects. I decided let's make it generic. So if I want to create a new state machine now, this is the code I need. Well, this, and then I can initialize data if I want to. Spiky boy enemy, state machine, update state machine. Did I have a method called update state? Oh, I did, but that should just be an update. I cannot. Do I do the same in the slime enemy? Is there a reason why I do this? Thank you very much for the follow. 2 + 2 = 5. I agree. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, Matouche? Are you doing well? Thank you for the follow. Why am I updating the state machine here? Hey guys, this should be data. Let's go back into the spiky boy enemy and remove that. Then we go into the enemy state machine and remove the update state machine. We don't need it. I hope I didn't break all the enemies now, but I think I did. Yeah, I did. Well, it's for the greater goods. Let's grab our slime enemy and open up the prefab. We will see here that we have a lot of things not set. Thank you for the clap head drum. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Are you having a good day? It should be an enemy. enemy states, slimes. And we have all the states for our slime. Cool. Starting state would be idle. I need to set that for the box as well. So and so. Well, at least it's not bad, you know? If you're doing so and so, then it's at least okay. So we can be happy that you're not doing worse, I guess. But I know the feel. The last few days have not been perfect for me either. So we need to set the slime enemy base and the animator and the feedback. No, not right now. I think that's it for the data I need to set. Yes. Cool. Let's save that. And let's handle our slime enemy. I wasn't the slime enemy. Let's handle the slime enemy red, because we have another enemy. We're gonna lurk and go make some food. All good, all good. Matuch is saying good. You're finishing the REST API for the C# project. Just put in a few validations. Document response types are missing, so our document response types are missing there. So yeah, everything going well now. Thanks. Cool. What kind of validation are you using? Are you using Fluent validation and document response types? Are you using something like Swagger? Is it nice to have room to improvement? There is always it's always nice to be able to learn more and get better. I still have a lot to learn, and it's really nice to never really be fully. Wait, we have this. Oh, this is a variant, right? It's always nice to have room for improvement. Yeah. Red slime chase target using Swagger. Cool. I am also using Swagger in my, which one was this? Melee attack state. That should be it for the red slime. We also need to do the spiky boy. I really need to update the graphics for this one. This is spent like a full stream just trying to draw this, and it's not good. It's still terrible. I mean, I like the spikes, but the rest is just terrible. Are there any others you're using Swagger in case? It's by default. Yeah, there are other ones. I've been thinking about, well, most of them are based on OpenAPI, which Swagger is. Swagger turned into OpenAPI, and then Swagger is an implementation of OpenAPI. But there are others, but yeah, generally using Swagger. I started using NSwag for automatically creating clients for my other APIs. But I'm having some issues with NSwag, and that is it treats like the 204 and 404 responses as it throws errors, API exceptions, and I don't like that, so I'm thinking about changing it. But it's already so deep into our work that it's hard. And then I also gotta have time to make something else work, and that is also really hard to find the time. Starting state would be idle. Did I set the starting state on the slime? Did I ever use Postman? Or will learning Angular use that? Or JSON server? I'm using Postman pretty much every day. Every time I try a new endpoint or something, I have everything set up in Postman. So I can just hit up the endpoint I want with pre-made data. It's MoonVania. What up, Roku? I think you typoed there, but I don't know. Maybe I'm MoonVania. I did Spiky Boy. Time idle state start. Good. Did I also set the starting state on the box? That I wonder. Starting state? No, I did not. And that would be the follow player state. Okay, if you play now, what are you torching? The box. We're torching the box. But first, I'm just making my state machine generic, and it's going well. You can see how many errors I have. The amount of errors I'm having, if I do this, you can see that is the amount of skill points I have in Unity. So I have a lot of skill points in Unity. We might have to reload the LDTK. At least you're seeing the arrows. If they were hidden, it would be worse. It would really be worse. What do I prefer? Postman or Swagger? Well, I prefer... It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing something complex or that requires tokens, like a bearer token, I prefer Postman. But the default Swagger implementation in the website is just... It's great if you're doing simple things. What was the error? What was it? Post initialized. The pivot point is not set. Oh, this one needs the pivot point. Wait, we have the pivot here. There's an extension for VS Code that mocks you harder the more error you have. Sadly, I'm not using VS Code, but else I would get that. It sounds like a good a good plugin. I wonder if Rider has anything similar to that. What is it called? I don't even know which one is extensions. I think it's like this. Here we go. We have plugins. Yeah, what is it called? Error mock. Inline errors. That might be good. Well, let's see. Okay, let's go to the Spiky Boy. We're on the Spiky Boy. The pivot point is not set in this thing. We're not running post initialize. So I'm going to do another loop here and just do post initialize. Initialize the states. But no, post initialize is run in initialize, so we don't need to do that ourselves. Seen a video that there's a ChatGPT 4 extension for VS Code. Does anybody here know? I know that there is extensions for anything right now. I saw a video of the ChatGPT extension for Unity, which you can just write stuff in Unity. Directly in Unity and have it do things. The new Copilot Chat X1. I don't keep track of anything really. I just saw a video. I can't. Also, what up, Unity Coder? How are you doing today? we switch to the, let's go into these states actually. That could be where it is. Data, enemy, oh, the reload. Spiky boy, a lot of health. The state, spiky boy, walk along walls, hit wall state. But we're not doing anything with that. Oh. Join the waitlist. That looks really cool. I will sign up for that. Or join the waitlist. Thank you for the link. Now I just need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. It's initializing the data that's a problem, right? Why am I doing it twice? Is there a reason for me to... No. We initialize the data. Let's go to the enemy state machine, initialize data. Oh, we're not setting... No. How am I getting the... transform pivot point? It should be in transform, where enemy base. Okay. Did I forget to set the spiky boy enemy base? Probably no. So the spiky boy has the enemy base, so it should be able to grab the the pivot of the transform or set it. So why would it complain about that? Let's start again. Let's refresh. You like the spiky boy? Thank you, thank you. I really need to update the graphics though. It doesn't fit with the slimes. It is smiling, yes. I'm glad you saw that. I made it smile because I only had to add like 1 pixel to have it smile. Okay. Am I... Oh, there's something I'm not doing in the enemy state that I'm doing in the box attack state controller? No? Did I do anything with states before? You will add all the states here. That should be good. Is it that I'm never setting current state? I don't think I'm setting current state. But that shouldn't matter because... Yeah, it should. We need to set the current state of this. Selected. Let's rename it to current state. Always change state. Oh, this could be a... That is the... Probably the issue. If current state is not null. But I don't want to have a null check that goes every frame for all of the enemies. Because that is bad. But we do it in update. I guess I might as well have it here. We could have checking the null is expensive, so a tiny improvement, even though it's not looking good, would be has current state. And then we can do private bool as state, where we will do if has current state. If we don't have current state, we do we return current state is not null. We do set has current state to current state is not null, and we return that. Else true. Return true. But I would like to do that instead, yeah. What up, Cracksbox? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How is your day going? Are you doing well? We can do it as well, has state. And we can do that here. You caught a cold, but other than that you're fine. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling better soon. I'm doing great now when I'm streaming. It's like I'm kind of slow, not feeling too good, and then I start streaming and people come in and I get happy. I become happy. It's a really nice feeling. That is nice. Yeah, it is. It's hard to describe. It might be because I'm doing... Thank you for the clap, Pat. What up, RBD? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? It might be because I get to work on my game, which I love. And I get to talk to nice people, which I also love. So it's it's a win-win. I think this is a lot better. What up, MMO Pug? How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. The cloud is so cute. I like it. I mean, it's my cloud. I like it. We don't have a state we return. Okay, I think we can... maybe we'll go better this time. Thanks, doing good. Glad to hear, glad to hear. We only have 2 issues now. One is change state, current state enter. Not set to the instance of an... Where did it come from? Controller base, active... Oh, we haven't set active state on something. Box machine... Box machine? What am I saying? Yeah, this is my box machine. Player main needs to be player. The owner is this object. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm saying. Word just I'm thinking one thing, and then some random word just pop into my mouth. It's weird. I was going to say a box entity, but it became box machine. I don't know why. Which collider are we using? I think we're using this collider, right? Starting state is follow player. Good. I should have. Let's apply this to the box. The attack one. Attribute state. Oh. Oh. I just realized I'm mixing things up. Let's remove all of these. You can probably just set it to 0. Yeah, so I made another for the attributes with the states. So I put the states in the wrong place. So all my box states should go in the box attack state one, because I haven't made any status states yet. Let's add all of these. Cool. Added all of those, and that should be. Let's see if we can apply this. Cool. And let's play again. It's your brain reusing memory. Yeah, it probably is. But I'm also trying to figure out where in my life I used the word, like the combination box machine. I don't think I've ever done that. Okay, box attack follow player. Follow player state. Box attack follow player. Box attack. Oh right, there's box follow player state. I'm going to rename this to box follow player state. And what is the issue in here? To reload. No, okay. So we are switching focus right now from working on the state machine to fixing another sprite importer. How likely are you to recommend unit to a friend or colleague? Well, 10. Yes. Like, why would it ask me to, like, why? It's kind of intrusive to just show up and ask me for a rating, but then also want me to type something. That almost wants me to make it, like, I'll give it a lower score. Okay, let's check if there's any sprite importer Unity. I think this is the normal one. Right? Hopefully. Unity package, let's grab it. Find a download following link. Got it. Can I be a package manager? Cool. Let's do this. Package manager. Oh, you need to edit package. Is it project settings? Yes. Package manager. Open EPM. I have that, but for that scope. And here we need io.tinu.sprite importer. Sure. Install this, and while we're installing it, we can also remove the Sprite importer Unity has. Sorry. And here's to hoping it just works. Right, now we got the packages. We had a lot of errors, but all the sprites are gone. So how do I use this package? Let's see if there's... For the package manager add, or we can add it from git URL as well. Now it's going to click the readme, but this is the readme. Do I need to... Let's open this and let's actually open the Spiky Boy in here. Let's save it. Does that not update it? Can we change something to make it... Let's do this, just save it. Sync prefab. Right, it's missing the model. But if we go into graphics, enemies, we do have the Spiky Boy here. Oh, this one imported here. Got it, got it. Okay, let's fix this. With the slime, particle, the whole slime. We have that one. Can I instead grab this one and just drag it in? It's not a game object, so it doesn't work. Now let's remove that and just drag the new one in. I hope that's going to work. Model. This is the slime enemy, so that is not correct. But it shows up, at least. Slime. Let's remove this Spiky Boy. Let's grab... If I put this in here... Cool. I will have to change the red slimes to work as they were, and slimes in general. Let's do the Spiky Boy first though, just to add the model. Spiky Boy. Cool. So now the slime needs a sprite render and an animator. Does the slime have an animator? Do I have to create one for them? Can you not do this from the import? Build atlas? No. Find type sprite render? Yeah. Animate controller. Cool. Can I do the same for Spiky Boy? Cool. If I go into the Spiky Boy animate or 2 layers, there are no animations in it. We are in the slime, right? No, we were in the Spiky Boy. Okay. Okay, let's actually change what I did and re-import that. Cool, now we have the animations back. If I start now, the red slimes will still be green. Let's check the box entity first. It's open, we have all of those, that is good. Player main is not set in here, we can't set it in here. Let's revert, because we already have all of them, should have it here as well. Oh, the player main, there. It's still complaining about this, you can't enter the state. And the state is coming from... where would the... Am I missing data from the box entity? Data, no, we got feedbacks missing. This was melee, ground feedback, melee, ground attack, start feedback, and forward attack start. But they should be set in here. Let's revert those. I have them in 2 places. Cool. This is giving me more trouble than I thought it would. Let's disable that one for now. Let me just change that and reload. Start again. Enemy idle state is not set. Okay, let's go into the enemy idle state. Enemy states. It's slime. Well, slime idle state. Slime detect play collision. Is it only for... No. That one as well. Not an instance of an object. Try detect player. The detect play collision is not set. It's as if post initialize is not being run. That is weird. I don't really understand why it wouldn't run. But it's in here. Well, I understand this one though. If it's not, if it's not null, we. Oh no, wait. I do understand that one, but why would that be null? I was like, if we don't have a spawn, we have it. We should instantiate it. Let's open this and. No, that's the enemy. The slime idle state. It should have this one, slime detect play collision. Where did it? Oh, right, it doesn't have that in here. Have I changed anything on these that would get them to not be... Well, we need a sprite render. I think. Yeah, it would just be... Let's set that for now, sprite render. Well, that probably needs to be set down here as well in the animator. So we can't set the animator to it. Oh, this one doesn't have the animator. Let's grab the new slime. This one doesn't have the animator either. Of course it doesn't. Can I use this one? No. I'm so confused by this. Now we have an animator. Did I do something wrong? Apply all to prefab. No, right. To the parent. No, no. That's not good. Well, it doesn't matter that much right now. That's a red slime enemy. Let's open the slime enemy. Let's fix this properly. Slime chase, target state, and slime melee. Come over to slime enemy, good. Slime, there, yeah. Cool. If I go back into the red slime now, we have the slime data here. So let's change those to the red slime ones. Slime chase enemy and the melee attack one. Oh, the red slime melee attack. Hopefully this will be done soon, so we can get back to the boxes and stuff. Transform idle state, yeah. All good. It is kind of dangerous to make several things I need to refresh. But it's still null. So we instantiate the state, we initialize it. Why can it not find the serialized fields? Does that also mean that the idle done state would be gone? No, that one is not. Oh, it's the spiky boy? Okay. Then I can understand that this should be null. Slime. There we have it, yeah. Okay, so it could be based completely on the spiky boys. They aren't having a good time. But it shouldn't be. Let's go and check Spiky Boy. They have Spiky Boy idle state, and the starting state should be this same idle state, yeah. What if the starting state is just walk along? No, yeah, just walk along walls. Problem is also the slimes with detect player. You know what? I'm going to restart Unity. I'm also going to start wallpaper engine. I just want to make sure it's not a random serialized thingy that is giving me random errors, because no, it's not. Okay. The variable transform has not been set. Let's open Spiky Boy and let's go to the data. We have the enemy base, we have the animator, and this would say the transform it's not set. That would mean that... Okay, so... So is using the state machine controller base, top of enemy state, which is base state as data. I think I found the issue. Maybe. No? It should be in the state machine. State machine should take enemy state data. There's something with the data here that is an issue right now, because I made this generic. We are getting in here with, let's see if we get in there with the data. We should be getting in there, but I want to see what the data is when we get in there. Into initialize. We do initialize data. Enemy state data. Animator and enemy base are set. So enemy base is set here. We can see that, enemy base. Then the transform should be set. Yes. We can set the parent. Good. Transform is set. Remove those. Transform is set. Set on all of them. Transform has not been set. So all data I'm setting is disappearing. And why is that? I do not know. We have the data here, box attack controller. We have a lot of states. It should run the abstract, and we have protected void update, which is being run. We initialize data, which we do here. This data is pointing to that data. And there's nothing else we are doing here. That could mess this up. Start is running initialized data. Would go here. Let's do this. Let's disable all the enemies. Why didn't I do this before? I don't know. Now let's see what the issue might be. Oh. Okay, so we are getting a lot of errors now. So let's go into the first one. Detect. Did I not disable the enemies? I did. But they enabled themselves. Well, of course they do. Let's pause the enemies there. Data is set, but the AI is taking over. The slime's enabling themselves. It's the first sign. Yeah, it's a huge problem. Okay, so this is the issue. We have no data. So where are we getting the data from? We are getting data from box attack state, base state. So in here we should be getting the data for each JavaScript. And we should set the data. And I'm going to go into my room manager and let's not activate the starting room. I could also just move to a room that doesn't have enemies. I forgot to enable the debugger. So with all the enemies disabled, we should have only one get into data. No, we should be... Well, that explains a lot. Box attack state, no, box controller, box attack controller. But why? Yeah, let's do this again. It looked like it was initializing itself with enemy data. Or did I see that wrong? Data, enemy state data. But we are coming from in player.box. Oh, that's just the state machine controller, okay. red slime. Slime idle. Going through all the states, and then I'm going to miss the state where I want it. Can I set an if? But the thing is, we are running post initialize. We are setting the data everywhere, so why is it not? We're adding them to the dictionary. What I could do to make this easier, enemy state machine is just, but then I would have to fix all the enemies after. This one. Let's actually go in this one, and yeah. This is really annoying. I thought I was done with the state machines, and then there's one bug that shows itself. So we are in here, data. We can see that the data is set now. We have all the data. We run post initialize. We are in here. We have data, we have player main. So for some reason, this state that we are initializing is not the state. It is not. State is starting state. Can I do that? Starting state get type is same as. That is why. Get type. And I will set the starting state to the state as well, just so we have it. That is the problem. So I'm instantiating all my my states. So I add them to a list, and to be able to reuse them, so we don't have to create a new scriptable object for every different type of combination of moving between states. I add them to a list of states, and then I'm instantiating them, adding them to a dictionary in the state machine, and then I just grab the state based on the type. That way I will just reuse them, add them once and reuse them. But let me just see if this works. We get in there. We did, cool. Follow player, that is the right one. Yes, okay. That was the issue. 1 second, and I will explain what I did. Enable those. Let's go into the room manager and set it back to where it was, like this. Okay. So because of this, how scriptable objects work, they are data containers and they are living in my project. The scriptable objects in my project are like their own containers. So when I use them in the inspector, we are pointing to the scriptable object in my project. This is a problem to if you reuse them for different things. If you add the scriptable object to 2 different scripts and they change variables on the same scriptable object, it will change in both scripts. So what I'm doing is I'm adding them all to a list and then I instantiate them. So every state machine will have its own set of states. That is all fine and dandy, but then I did add another one, a select field for the starting state. And this is where the problem comes in. So when I add this starting state here, it points to this scriptable object. So I set that as a starting state and I set it to active state. So we are starting off the state machine with the state I set in Unity here. And that state, this active state, like the starting state, is not the instantiated state that is in the list. So the starting state has not been initialized because I only initialized all the states in the list, and this is pointing somewhere else. Well, I initialized the new instantiated versions of them, so starting state is never initialized. And active state wasn't initialized either. So now if I check the starting state's type and compare it to the state we're creating, if they are the same type, we set the active state and starting state to that. And with that, we will have one of the instantiated scriptable objects as the active state and starting state. That was rough. But now it should all work. I thought it was weird that the data was not set, but it was set. Oh man. Yeah, we have a few bugs that we need to fix. It isn't working as it did before. Okay, so can we revert this and revert that. None on the animator. Didn't I set the animator to be... Yeah, I did. Or is that... Yes, slime enemy. Interesting. That one is working. It was only that slime? Interesting. Well, I've been going for 1.5 hours. I'm going to take a small break and then we'll do the next 1.5 hours. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, going to make a cup of tea. If you haven't followed, feel free to do so. I really appreciate the follows. We're almost at 900. I also have a Discord if you want to follow along with the game and come up with cool ideas for the game. I'm bad at self-promotion, I promise. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Let's continue. Okay. What was the first issue? The player is not rotating anymore left and right. That is a problem. And that should be the thing we did last time with the throwing. Facing direction component. So if we can't flip, it should be true from the start. I hope that should fix it. Let's see if we can turn around now. We can. So when you are aiming, you shouldn't be able to turn around. It's like the Yoshi's Island. But when you throw it, you can. Come on. Can I do it? No, it's still grounded when you get it. Alright, so one bug is fixed. Next one is the slimes. Need to have the all-in-one, what's it called? No, that's not the one. All-in-one shader. Going to move it up. Up to the top. Can you put it over transform? No, you can't. I've never tried that, but you can't. Okay, so we should have a slime material for this. Right. For the slime material, which should work. And let's do this. The problem now is I'm not doing it on. Can I? No. I can't override it. Okay, so let's go in here. Slime. All-in-one shader. And we want to use the slime. Slime. Let's open the shader. This should have the hit effect on. I want to see if it's this easy to. We'll just have two of them now. No. Can I remove that? There we go. I want to hit this now and see if I get the hit effect on the slimes. If it's that easy to get it back, then I will do the same thing on the red slime. We don't have the hit effect back, no. Because the material is not the correct one. At least not on this one. Now it should be, so let's try it again. But I did try attacking both, right? Oh, now it works. Okay, so I just need to do that on all of them. I think this slime also has some data set on it, yeah. Revert that. Cool. Let's go and do the same on the red slimes. I think all we need to do here is just change this to slime red slime. And we should get the hit effect and all of it. Slime particles though. Here we need to change the texture sheet animation to be the slime. 0. No, we are going to change this on the green slime first. Let's add the first frame. Play. Here we go. They are red slimes though. Why is that? Because we have color over lifetime? No. Yeah, we have the red slime material. Just the slime material here. Let's apply this to all, and then in the red slime we will, since the red slime is a prefab variant, we need to change the things in the green slime first. Now this one has green slimes, and we need the red slime here. Are we back to where we were before I started messing with the state machines? That is the question. No, they aren't red. These two are working though. The animations are not looping. Dang, do I need to set this myself? Idle's looping. Okay, then we also have the slime enemy red. It should be red. So what is the issue? Need to revert it. Is that on all the red slimes? No, this one should be... Cool. Now this should be red. And will they blink? Yes. Cool. Now we're kinda back. I noticed one thing though, and that is that our spiky boys are not happy boys. Spiky boy didn't have any animation in her, no. The model was really far away. Now the spiky boy should be back in place and walking around. I think this changed the pivot as well of the objects. Oh yeah, it did. It did not change it of the object, it changed it of... I did have these at minus 0.5, no? 0.5, right? Yes. Animator does not have an animator controller. What is going on? There's so many issues. There we go. Perfect. Spiky boys are big. Open a model and set that to 0.5. Let's try and play. If this works, I can start working on the the box status. There we go. We have added a new asprite importer and fixed everything from that. So let's check that off our list. I'm in this scene, so let's go to that. Now we need to add status shapes to the box. Status shapes? Status states. It is the same when I'm trying to record videos. I just say random things and it takes so long to record anything. Got the enemies done. Now we need the states, which should be in the box entity. Now we can enable this and start working on the box attribute state. Go to box attribute state controller. Let's check what we did in the enemy box attack player state controller. We initialize the data. Then it's just box data. And where can I find the box data? I want to put my other data next to it. In Unity. There we have box data. I'm going to copy it. Box status data. It's also not a movable object. And what kind of data does it need? I think it needs a... I don't know. This should not be a box attack state. Let's open this in Unity as well. We need a box status state is what I'm going to call it. In box status data. Yes. And with that, we go into scriptable object. We have boxy. We have a lot of these states. I'm going to copy the basic one, which is the follow player. It's not really the most basic one, but let's copy that to a new folder actually. Status. It should be in boxy, and I'm going to paste this one, the follow state, in here. Box normal status state. Status state. Do you really need to implement iState? I don't think we do. It would be status and would be normal state. The difference here though is how will they switch between states? What up, Lance? Finally found your way to the Discord? welcome to the Discord. Thank you very much for joining. Glad to have you there. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm working on my state machines a little bit. And I just realized I might have an issue with how I'm dealing with my states here. What the status is. Or am I? Let's think about this. I want a state to be... I want to have a normal state. Or normal status. Thank you for being here, Moon. Doing okay? Just woke up. Way earlier than you should. But that's the nature of the night shift. Oh right, night shift. Then you're in the US, right? Then you probably only had like 5 hours of sleep ish. But yeah, that happens sometimes, especially when it's light outside. When it gets brighter. I mean, then it's hard to sleep unless you have a mask for that. So what I want with my box attribute... Attribute? I mean, attribute is better than status. Let's rename this. Box attribute state. And then we need to rename box attribute data. Okay. Yep, that's about right. Night shift. Practice with that a lot. Though, that you mention it, you do have a mask. I keep forgetting to use it. Yeah, that might be a... That's a problem then. We have gotten those curtains that blocks like all sun. All light. So no light is coming into our room. Even in the morning. Well, we have the door open and light is shining in from the hallway, but it's not in our eyes. So it's kind of nice. Okay, I need to think about what I'm doing and how this will work. So we have a normal state. The normal state can go into. Let's start with a burning state. Can also go into a, let's say, an ice state and a metal state. So in the burning state, we would check like if it hits water, it should go to normal state. And same here, if it hits fire, normal state, no ID with metal. But I think that would be kind of how I want it to be. Normal state, from the normal state you can get into kind of any of the starting states. I'm not sure if we'll have any other states after that. Like if the ice state could go into something else, or the metal state could switch into another state, but we'll start with these. And to start off with, they can only go back to the normal state. I think that works. You used to have a room with an easterly view and no curtains. You get home and have a face full of sun right when you were supposed to be sleeping. It was a rough couple of weeks to get used to that. Yeah, that would be that would be terrible. That doesn't sound good at all. So this would be a box attribute state. So let's make this a serialized field, box attribute. But how will you able to? Were you able to sleep without a mask when the sun was in your face? would be the burning state. Then we need one for each state. The ice state and the metal state. I'm not sure if we're having metal, but I'm adding it for now. And here I need to add wait, what? This is the wrong class. That's the state controller. It should be in here. This is the normal state. So this should have 3 other states. So I think I'm going to have a collider in here. Let's make a serialized field, which will be my collision. Yeah, eventually I was so exhausted you got home and pretty much passed out. After that the sun wasn't too much of a bother. The only thing that would wake you up with fire alarm and if the kids called for help. Well, yeah, that is actually a good skill to have, to wake up if the kids want help. Imagine not waking up when they want help. That would be terrible. A lot of terrible things currently, yeah. So how am I doing the collision? Let's go to the box attack state forward. Box ground attack state can do it, probably. Entity hit collision, that is the one I want. Not an entity hit collision, I want another type of collision. I actually want maybe a new type. But how is it something I wondered about before? Having having kids and working the night shift, is that, I guess it's kind of fine on weekdays because you would sleep when they are at school and then you get to spend the time with them. I guess that wouldn't be much of a problem. It would be worse to work in the afternoon, I guess, in the evening. Yeah, never mind. We are adding more types of collisions. I just need to find where I have the collision. Too many things. Scripted objects, maybe? Yes, collision. Here I want to have a new one which would be not interactable, but state is changing. Collision. Let's also open up interactable so we can copy this. So here I'm getting the interactable. My way of doing collision is a bit special. Here we would want a status changing component. Right, we can't do that. We need a status changing component that would be near the interactable component. But this works out pretty well. You're still up and about to play Minecraft and like when they're home. Also fortunate enough to have the weekends off. Yeah, weekends I think are very important. If you worked nights on weekends, though, I think that wouldn't be as much fun at all. Like, do you always work the night shift? Some people rotate, I know. Like, they do 2-3 shifts on, like night shift, and then they go to the morning shift, and they keep rotating. This would be a status changing component. I don't think I need to do anything with this really. Or it needs a status. It does. So we need a... How would I use statuses? Would I just add an enum? Public enum status? Box status? Fire. This is not box status. This would be status changing type. Fire. Ice. Metal. Like, what would change it to metal? I don't understand how I would get that to work. You've had your share of day and night mixes for now. It's just nights. Cool. The consistency is far easier to deal with, especially since it's all at once. Not scattered with a shift here and there, that kind of thing. Yeah, I would. If you get some kind of routine, it's a lot easier to handle. I think switching between shifts, just no. That wouldn't. I don't think you are. It's healthy. Like, it would, I feel so much better if I have a daily routine, like getting up at the same time and going to bed at around the same time. If I kind of just skew that a little bit, a couple of hours one day, I feel weird. Like, it doesn't, sleeping in longer doesn't really give me any more energy unless I've had bad sleep the days before. But other than that, changing it a little bit just makes it worse. That is my experience of it. Take serialized field. Product status changing type. So all I need to do with this is to go and grab my torch. Because in room 11 we should have torches. And room 11 is up here somewhere. Here we have it. Here we have a torch. It doesn't have an object yet. Can I not select it? No, I can't. Torch. Which one? We got this one now. It doesn't have an object. Let's make the prefab a torch. Status. Can I not put an abstract class? For you, the day offs are when you have an odd number of hours to sleep, 1, 3, 5 hours and so on. Crap day, 2, 4 and on. I've usually been fine. Well, that could be. People have different sleep cycle, but they average around. I've done a lot of reading on sleep in general over the years. A sleep cycle is around 90 minutes. It can vary a little bit. So every 90 minutes you should be fine to wake up. It's not exact, but you also need to wake up like within the right sleep state, else it doesn't work. So this will have a status changing component, and I'm also going to create a torch component script. Room object, status changing. I'm going to create a torch. Now, oh, yeah, we can do it like this. I think this would work. But state changing component. I don't think that's how I want to do it. I think I want to put this in torch. And I want to make this an interface instead. Interface I status changing. By the way, off the wall questions. But did you pick up the free asset from the store this week? I did not. Is there a free asset? Why did I go into the package manager? Let's check the asset store. Do I need to switch there? Here we go. Okay. What is... Oh, I should close that one. Oops. How do I get to the free asset? Is it on the new release discount? No. Can you find it by just looking? Top free. Find it on the publisher of the week section. Ah. Thank you, thank you. Rifle basic. Cool. I will grab that. Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, I've done this before on another one. It's always nice to have more more free stuff. I just don't want to show all this information on stream, but I'm getting it now. Cool. Hey now, it's free. Thank you very much for suggesting that. So this would then be just type. This type. And should also be It's the last day today. Well worth the trouble? Yeah, it's really worth the trouble. Yeah, it also gives shows an address when I go to pay it. So it's good to keep it off stream. Even though it's not my address, it's my company's address, but still. State is changing type. And also public bool is active. No, we should not have. We should have a. Should we instead have a public that is changing type? Try change type. I think that's good enough. And this would then be a mono behavior, but it would implement the I state is changing. And I also think we should have the actual type, public that is changing type. Status type. Could I add an attribute to this and do like field, serialized field? Serializable. Serialized field. That doesn't work. Oh, protected. Oh, did I set? Oh, the set shouldn't be mentioned in there. Like, we have the status type, but we also need a type which would be, let's private bool is active. That's all I can think of. But if I do this, I should just active. If is active, this wouldn't work. No, we can't have the status type here. But we should have is active. And status type. Yeah, I think these two are. Right? I want to know if the torch is on. It could be a state component though. No. I think, okay, you think you're going to put your head down for a bit more? We'll happily listen lurk though. Have a fantastic stream, Moon. Thank you very much. Thank you for chatting. I hope you'll be able to fall asleep quickly. And that you will sleep well. Thank you very much for hanging out. I need to think this through so it, it works the way I want it to. You should be able to manage, yeah. Now I reminded you that you have a mask. When I reminded you found a mask, good. Put that mask on. And you will probably have a bit better sleep than without it. I mean, I can go with this. Get the status type. But the problem is when we get this from another, like when we collide with this, do I even care if it's active? The active should be the collider not being active if it's not. Because if the collider is not active, then we're good. So let's add back this one and let's have it like this for now. Public void activate. Active is true. Full activated. Set activated. So I want to set the I need a collider to the collider I'm having. So let's field of that collider. And collider enabled would be is active. So the normal box would listen for any changes. The burning and would turn it into a burning state. And the burning state would then also not listen for changes, but it would check the collision. And if it hits a torch, it should be able to get the status type. But we should also be able to activate this by hitting I want a method that is set activated. I think. Because then from the state is changing when we collide, we should be able to set the activated. But then again, we can't. So my thought was that I would disable the collider if we are not burning, because then we can't collide with it, but I think I need to do something else. I do have several layers that I could use. Should I use layers or should I use something else? I wonder. I don't want to do something that's not good to start off with. I think, I mean, layers would be the most efficient, but I don't think we're going to collide with that many, so checking the box will collide with it quite a bit though. Once it's over it, it's going to be a lot of collisions. But the box can keep the state. Or know the hits through the collision, so then it's fine. I'm going to use tags. No, I'm not going to use tags. We have this active. I'm not going to change the collider at all. I'm going to get the ice status change. Yeah, okay. I think I'm ready. I wanted to rebuild, and then I'm going to add a torch to the torch component to the torch object. And it needs a box collider 2D. I feel like there's... Oh, I was going to say, why is it not on the torch, but that is because it's not actually, it's a different object. Should have a room somewhere, level, room. Cool, now we have a torch. Then we need to go to the LDTK. And here we should have torch as well. No torch. Then we apply this and it should be put on all the torch objects. Perfect. What fields are we sending in? Is it lit? So in the torch one, I'm going to implement the interface ILDTK imported fields. There will do is active to be fields. Get bowl is lit. We also need another field, and that is the status type. But no, the status type on torch would always be fire. We don't even need to serialize this field. Okay. Torches are now lit. Not lit. Not lit. Okay. That is correct. They have their hitbox. Now we're going to the normal state of the box normal attribute state. Here in execute we'll use the status changing collision. collision data would be box collision. It would just be we need a transform, or we need a position. Might as well use the transform. So let's attribute state controller initialize data. So we can do data dot nothing because it's not set. Public transform. And then we can do data transform position. So someday I think I will make some kind of global dictionary with interactable objects of a type. What up, Page of Moth? How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm listening to the OC Remix radio. Thank you. I'm actually not the I don't choose the music, it's just the radio with all the thousands of OC Remix songs. It has the Rainwave CC website has a couple of different radios. One for game, one for chiptune, one for OC Remix, and one for covers. If you make an account, as I think, if you make an account, you can vote for the upcoming songs. But I really do like the OC Remix because game music is generally really good. And people making remakes of it usually makes it better. Sometimes worse, but it's good. Sometimes it's not very chill at all. If collision data has collision, we check collision data component. We actually need a ball is active. So I can get if it's active or not in the state. If it's active, then we'll do a switch of their component status type. Case fire, we set the next state. I don't have a next state. No. Box attribute state, could that have a could we do a protected state T next state? So we could do next state is next would be the fire. What did I call it? Burning. Why did I do burning while it's burning? Yeah, true. I was wondering why I named it burning, but the box is going to burn. Or break, maybe. Ice break. Break the ice. Ice state. Cool. So if a next state is not null, then we return new, true, and next state. Alright, type of next state. No, that's not how you do it. You do next state get type. And if this works, I could put the whole change state with an override. If I don't want to override it into my base. No, I don't think I want that. Okay. Let's make our normal state. Did I make that scriptable object? I don't know. Data. Boxy. No. Status. Status. Great. Collision. Is it not? It's boxy status. Normal. I did not create the collision either, I think. Did I? Collision. Was it a... No. Status changing collision. The file name will have the same. Make a folder for Boxy. Collision, status changing collision. Which layer will it be on? I don't know what layer I'm going to put them on. Which layer should we put? We don't have a layer for it. We have interactable, but they're different. Should I create a new layer for these? Yeah, probably. Status changing. Let's actually open the prefab and change the layer. Status changing. Collision, boxy, and this will take the status changing one. Keep track of hits. The size would be 1-1. Oh, I also need to set the collider on this. Get the torch. We have the collision in there. We go into the normal state of the box. Box normal state. We have this. Okay. So if this is working soon, we can try it. Boxy status, normal state would be in here. And the transform would be itself. And the starting state would be normal state. Let's see if it works. I must have forgotten to set the collision state, yeah. So what should happen now is that when I throw the box through the first torch, or well, I don't even need to throw it. It doesn't have a... There it is. When I jump through this, nothing happened. Not selected. Let's open it and add a model to this. Let's call it model. Do the object sprites. Let's make it a triangle. That makes sense. So let's see if we start debugging this. I want to see if we are in the execute method to start off. So let's put a breakpoint there. We are. Cool. And it's not giving me any errors at all. That is good. So if I go through the torch, it should collide. But it's not. So let's check this again. State is changing layer. Yep. Box collision. Yep. Let's go to the box entity and select we are in the normal state. The status changing collision. Which is status changing? Let's not keep track of hits then. Could it be 4855? That is correct as well. Okay. Check the torch. The collider is there. .5, 57.5. Yeah. The normal state is doing the box collision all the time. I was doing the box collision, right? Box collision. Changing collision. Box 1-1. So we are not one collider. Enable through torch. Oh. So we did get in there once. If keep track of hits and that. Is the problem that I'm getting an interface through my whole thing? I wonder. Like, we should get in here at least once. We are. Okay. We managed to get the component. What is the... Active is true. Can I not? Oh right, it's null, so we don't actually notice if it changed. Cool. It was actually working. So we need to create another state now. And let's go to the box normal state. Normal attribute state. I'm going to duplicate this. And call the box burning attribute state. All this will have is going back to a normal state now. We will also have a status changing collision on this one. But I'm thinking that the burning should stop after a little bit. Maybe? Like it burns for a few seconds and then it stops burning. So we wouldn't have timer for that. Easiest way would be to use my custom timer. Are there going to be more attributes in addition to burning? I'm not sure how what I'm going to add really. Do you mean the state it can have? Like burning, it could also be frozen. Or do you mean is burning going to do something else than just being burning? But yeah, it's going to be able to have a lot of states, at least a few states. So when we enter this, we are going to use timer. Yeah, it's going to be frozen, it's going to be burning. So let's 1 second. Instance add timer. Let's set it to 5 seconds of burning. Serialized field, private float, burning time. So I'm going to have the box being different states and they will have different properties. So when you throw it through the torch, it's going to be burning. And then you will be able to light other torches with the burning box. But I'm also thinking that if you go near the burning box, you might take damage. And you gotta wait for it to stop burning. This would be... Next state would be idle. What did I call it? Normal state. If we exit before this though, we need to save this in the timer grid I made. Because if we exit, we need the timer grid. First we need the timer instance remove timer with the timer grid. And then we need to set it to grid.empty. Let's comment this out for now. I just want to see that we get into the burning state. Debug log in burning state. And then I also want to go here, switching to state. Switching. Then I'm going to create the burning state and I'm going to add that to my box attribute state. Boxy status burning. Let's add the same one here and the normal state. And here we can add the burning state there. So if we get the burning now, that the logs, oh, we're switching state. Key was not found. That makes sense because I need to add it to my list. Here we have the state. We need to add that here. I'm going to rename this to box normal state. Can I right click on this and apply to prefab? Yes, good. And before I do any kind of graphical things for it, I want the mechanic to work. So now in burning state, then we wait 5 seconds. And here we can see an issue. When it... Yeah, I'm not resetting the next state, so on enter, a next state will be null. Same in box burning state. On enter, next state is null. Because it was switching back and forth now between the states because I never reset the next state. Cool, then that works. So now I want to do another collision check in the box burning, but first I want to do this status changing collision. Collision. I'm going to rename this to collision SO. And if collision SO is not null, then collision would be instantiate collision SO. Cool. Time to do the same in the burning attribute. when we collide, I want to check if it's not active currently. If it's not active, then collision data component set activated. True. Debug log. It's being activated. Being activated. Activated. So now I hope that if I jump into the first torch, which is activated, and then I jump into the next torch, we're going to see that it's being activated. But we are having an issue, and that is because the need to be set again. I changed the name of it, and that requires me to change it. You could also do the formerly serialized as, but I don't like that. So they have the sprite, but the sprite is not showing. How come? Like, really, why? Oh. Here we go. Cool. And now I jump up here. Burning state. We jump up here. Now we activated that one. If we check this one will be activated. This one should be active, and this one should not be. So now I switch back to the normal attribute. If I jump up here, nothing happens. So we go back here. And now that is in burning state, and we can go and activate this one. Cool. It's working. Yep. It's working. Cool. So that means that I could maybe throw it through the first one and hit the next one. Potentially. Let's see. Oh, they need to be added here. So let's try that. No, I missed. Yep. So now this one is activated, so we can throw it really high. It's working. Cool. We are lighting torches with the box. We can't see anything being lit though, but I lit all of them. Active, it's active over here. I am very happy with this. Torches. We did add this. No, I'm on the wrong scene. We did add the states, and we did light up the box for a few seconds. So we actually did all of the tasks that I set up for today in the time. Progress is progress, yeah. So I think I'm going to. I only have 6 minutes left, so I think I'm going to call it here. And next stream will be on Friday. Yes, on Friday. Because tomorrow is a climbing day. And there's no time to stream if I climb. Climbing takes a few hours. But next time I will try and get some graphics on the torches. so we can see when they light up. And then I'm also going to link them, well, at least try and link them to events. It shouldn't be too hard with my current setup with the state component. I should be able to just inherit from the state component for the torch and then link them in LDTK. So let me actually add that to next stream. Add state component to torch and open door width by lighting all torches. Also find some graphics for it or draw it. Cool. So let's see if we can find someone to raid. Oh, Twitch front page. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, I'll be back on Friday. Still working on my YouTube video that is not going well. Let's go to Art. He is working on his game. I think you just released the alpha, did he? Or a demo of it, the beta version, maybe. Let's go to Art. He's a nice guy. Thank you for watching. I'll be back Friday. Feel free to follow if you like the stream. And check out my socials. I should make like one command for all my socials. Do I have a YouTube command? I do. And then we have to have VODs. I do. Cool. I also have a Discord. Feel free to check them out if you like. Have a wonderful night and bye bye.